Ask you to fill it in with your name, surname, your cabin number, and your phone number in case we need to get in touch with you for some reason. Then there is a little sticker that you can remove here. You will need it later to retrieve your luggage, and you will stick the rest on your handles of your suitcase. So these are meant to be put on your suitcase, and we normally deliver 2 per cabin, 2 per person actually. If you need more, feel free to call reception or come to me or my colleague Hannah, and we'll be more than happy to deliver more luggage labels. Just tell us the color and the letter. Now, once you have done that, all you have to do is to pack your stuff, and tonight, before midnight, put everything outside your cabin door. So you should put your luggage in front of your cabin, and you will see that tomorrow you will not be there anymore. So what happens to your luggage? Your luggage will be in the terminal, arranged by color and letters. You just go with your little ticket, remembering the color and the letter of your luggage label, and you will find your bags there waiting for you. Now, since your luggage will not be there tomorrow, it's important that tonight you keep with you whatever you might need for tomorrow morning. So, for example, if you're under any medical treatment, don't forget to take with you your medicines or any valuable items, money, travel documents. And I know that sounds like a joke, but don't forget your clothes for today or tomorrow, otherwise we have seen people disembarking with no shoes. You don't want that, so pay attention please. And as I said, your baggage will be there in the terminal. Why do we have different colors and different letters? This is because our disembarkation process happens in groups and time slots. Each color, each letter will be associated to a specific meeting point here on board. And this is because we have many guests disembarking tomorrow. We don't want them all disembarking at the same time, it would be too chaotic. Now, where can you find that information? Where can you know exactly what time is associated to you? You know that every day you're receiving the daily program that looks like this. Of course, you're receiving one for tomorrow as well, but it will be slightly different. So here in the middle, there are no activities scheduled for the day of tomorrow. There is a blue box. And here you can check all the meeting points. This is just an example. So for example, here you can see white D, 10:30 Colosseo. That means that you have received that luggage label, color white. You will have to go to the Colosseo at 10:30. And now you will see all the different meeting points. Maybe you have already received it, maybe you will this afternoon. Now, if you're not happy about the time as assigned to you, maybe it's a little bit early or too late and you want to change it, this is usually not a problem, so you can just come to us and we will make arrangements for you. If you are really in a rush, maybe you want to leave as soon as possible because you have connections, you have flights or trains, then what I can suggest is to forget about the luggage labels entirely. Then you can carry the bags by yourself and you will be able to leave as soon as we reach the port tomorrow morning. As soon as you are given clearance by the authorities, you will be able to leave and don't bother about any meeting points on board, no luggage in the terminal. It will be easier and faster for you. So it's up to you. You can choose as you prefer. Now, anyway, no matter your disembarkation time, everybody is required to leave the cabins by 8 a.m. Now I know that it's quite early, but this is because we have guests embarking tomorrow after you, and we only have tomorrow morning to clean all the cabins. So this is why please make sure to leave the cabin by 8, but of course we don't ask you to leave the ship at that time. You will have time to stay on board, comfortable, have breakfast. Breakfast in the cabin will not be available, but you can go to the bars, to the restaurants, to the swimming pools, do what you would normally do when you are here on board. And then you can leave the ship when your meeting point or your disembarkation time comes. This means that your baggage will be ready in the terminal. Now also, if you have any hand luggage, so trolleys, backpacks, we arrange a hand luggage deposit that is usually located on deck 6 by the Colosseo. So you can leave everything there while you are waiting. Also, if you decide to carry the bags by yourself and you don't know where to leave them, you can take advantage of the hand luggage deposit. I said it's usually on deck 6 by the Colosseum, but sometimes it can change, so make sure to check in the daily program to know exactly where you can go, where you can leave your stuff. So let me just recap. If you want us to take your stuff and leave it in the terminal for you, all you have to do tonight is to put your bags outside your cabin door with the corresponding luggage label. Our staff will start collecting all the bags from the ship's corridor already from 11 p.m. They will take whatever they see. So if you don't want us to do it, just keep the bag with you in your cabin, and then you can leave tomorrow morning when it's more convenient for you. Now, the second thing I wanted to say is concerning the expenses. How can you check your expenses? How can you have your bill? Well, if you have the Costa app, you know that there is a section called My Expenses, and every day your charges are there, so are registered there. You can go and download the final bill in PDF version. I'm saying this because normally we don't deliver it to your cabin, but if you want to have a printed statement, you can also let us know at the end of the presentation. For example, you can leave us your cabin number, and we will make sure that it's delivered to your cabin tomorrow morning. Alternatively, as I said, you can use the Costa app, or you can also go to the touch screens located all around the ship. You can also go to reception, and they will print the final bill for you. So make sure everything is charged correctly. If there's any mistake, feel free to let us know. We still have time to fix it. And now, what do you do with your account? Do you have to settle your account? Well, there is no actual checkout. So upon embarkation, you have registered a payment method, either credit card or cash. If you have chosen the credit card, now you are good to go. There is nothing else to do. Your card will stop working the moment you leave the ship. Your account will be closed automatically, and there is nothing. Your expenses will be charged automatically, have been charged automatically day by day on your bank account. So as I said, there's nothing else to do. Instead, if you have chosen the cash deposit, on tomorrow morning you will have to go to the blue machines on deck 6 and 7, the ones that look like ATMs that you use to put your money on the first day. And then if you have some remainings, you will be able to take it back. Actually, you will have to. The ship will not let you go even if you have €1 there. So make sure you have nothing left. Or maybe if you need to pay some extra, you will be able to do that, but only tomorrow morning. If you try to do it today or tonight, it will not be possible, only tomorrow morning. Anyway, your card will still be active until the end of your stay, until the very last minute. Drink packages are still there. You can go to the bars, as I said, to the shops if they're open, and then you don't have to do anything with your card. You don't need to bother to give it back to anybody. Just keep it with you, and that will be a nice souvenir of your cruise. So this was the second piece of information I wanted to share with you concerning your expenses. Make sure to check everything. Go to your Costa app if you have it. If you don't, you can go to the reception, or you can come to us, leave us your cabin number, and then make sure to check if you need to settle your account, just if you have to cash deposit. Do it tomorrow morning. Then, now that I've shared this information with all of you, there is also information that we need to collect from you. And I will leave now the floor to my colleague Hannah, so she can tell you everything about this. Thank you very much.